I'm Sapphire of Sapphire Speaks, and I wanted to talk to you quickly about self-sabotage and how it works in regards to things shifting and changing. So I will say for myself that self-sabotage for me has looked like anxiety. It's looked like me being overly defensive. It's looked like me second guessing myself. Okay, so that in regards to the oracle read, it just kind of came to, it just kind of came together because I know as we are making all of these changes and things are shifting drastically in the world that we now live in, it's easy for us to sabotage ourselves. It's easy for us to go back to those old ways of thinking or those old thoughts or that old mindset, because even in the pain, there's a sense of comfort. So the cards that I pulled today, 36, come to the edge, building blocks, all that glitters, truth be told, conclusion, the moon, fulfillment, belonging, success, okay, and self-worth. And a lot of the readings that I've been doing, the self-worth card has really stood out because a lot of us are needing to find value in ourselves, especially when we're in relationships and you go through your ups and downs or you go through your changes in life. You start to lose your identity. Sometimes you start to lose that worth of yourself. You become so enthralled in everything that has to get done, not realizing that everything doesn't have to get done today. You get so enthralled in your kids and their lives and their upbringing, and you're being a good partner in your relationship and everything except for you. And we are guided to go back to ourselves. We're being guided to go back to ourselves. This time of concentration, this time of rediscovering ourselves, this time of being the person that we want to be, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and to feel those feelings that we've hidden for a long time, is much needed and necessary to go to this next level. It's time to take off that mask. It's time for us to see that everything that glitters isn't gold. It's time for us to realize that a lot of this shit that has been taught to us no longer applies to us. I mean, I was having a conversation the other day, and honestly, in my self-sabotage, I have these moments where I talk bad to myself. It's those memories of when I was a child or when I was growing up and people made me feel like an outsider and I felt like there was nothing I could do. And I grew up in a time where I was taught that it takes two. And so I realized that now, because through my life I struggled because I had that mindset and that mentality that it takes two to make it. It takes two to make it. It takes two to make it. Not realizing that I was taking care of my kid by myself. And for me to okay that, or for me to say, yes, it takes two to make it, means that I am discrediting myself every day. Because it was me and just my kid for the majority of my life and her life. It was just us. So it's okay to let that mindset go, even though that mindset is a lot of us, it's so ingrained in us. And I listened to this amazing message. I wish I would have remembered her name. But I listened to this amazing message by this, I think she's a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and she talks about PTSD and how it's so ingrained into some of us that a lot of it is post-traumatic slave disorder. And it's those things that were taught to those that were slaves that has been passed down, and that fear of playing it small so you don't get seen, and that fear of being in keeping yourself in this box, keep yourself in this box, because the more that you are hidden and the more that you don't shine your light and the more that they don't see how great you are, the more that they don't take you off and take you away from your family. And that was just so fucking deep to me. But we're at this time and this point in our lives where we're trying to manifest our greatness and manifest the life that we want and manifest the things that we desire. And it is time for us to realize that those mindsets that worked for during that time, but that no longer works for us. I cannot discredit myself just to prove your point. If that's your truth, that's your truth, but I can't agree with it. I can't say that it takes two. I can't say, there are a lot of things I can't say. I can't say that I needed to depend on someone for stability. I needed to believe in myself. I needed to believe in myself, and I needed to okay myself and understand that I am already stable. I can provide my own stability. I can provide my own security. Now, do I desire somebody in my life to do? Yes. Hey, bring on the honey and the money, okay? But it's the understanding that you have all of the things that you need within yourself to manifest whatever it is that you desire. So that negative talk is self-sabotage. That negative talk is trying to get you to go back to that person you were, that person of instability, because it finds comfort in that place. But you want something different. You want something different. So I suggest you do things like I do things to build up my mind. I listen to affirmations. I wake up in the morning and I meditate. I read books on trust by Ayanna Van Zant. You know, shout out to my babies in my book club. Hey, I am so blessed to be surrounded by some very, very amazing women who are not just black women, not just strong black women, but boss, badass bitches who are about their business and about their money and are about healing and building blocks. We are realizing that we already have the building blocks, and we are finding those that do have the building blocks so that we can take those next steps to get to where we need to get to. We are asking our creator for help. We are asking our guides, our ancestors. We are allowing things to be magnetically attracted to us, to be drawn to us. We are laying our requests at our altars, and we are saying, this is what I need and I desire. This is what I'm trying to manifest, and it is coming to us. And truth be told, that's justice. We are manifesting justice into our lives. We see that what's going on the outside world is also reflecting what's going on the inside. It's what? As so above, so below. As above, so below. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So we are manifesting justice into our life. We're manifesting reciprocity. We're manifesting those things it is that we want, need, and desire, because we do understand that we are at a place to have those things, and we are guided to do so. Guided. There is guidance there. Those steps that are coming to us in our dreams, those steps that are coming to us as we work, our 9 to 5, as we go about our day, those steps that are coming to us are guidance. They're guidance. And those things, that self-sabotage, once you step into who you are, once you decide that this life is going to be something different, conclusion. Once you take that risk, come to the edge. Jump off in the deep end. And a lot of times, us going into the deep end, that's where our anxiety come in, because we don't necessarily know what we're walking towards. We're walking towards something new. You walking towards that thing you manifest. And a lot of times we wonder if when you walk towards your manifestation, can you be the person to not only obtain it, but can you attain it? Can I not only manifest it, but do I have what it takes to keep it? And baby, you've been there. You've been there and you've been through it all. So success. There's success in taking the risk on yourself. There's success in pouring into your cup. There's success in your self-worth. There's success in figuring out what it is that makes your heart sing. There's success in figuring out what type of person that you want to be, what type of man you want in your life, what type of woman you want in your life. What are the things that I want to do? What type of business do I want to have? There's success there. And it brings fulfillment. Absolute fulfillment. Do you see this cup? This cup, hey, looks like my cup, okay? It looks like my cup. Hey, I receive it, fulfillment. And that's not only fulfillment within your relationship or fulfillment in the things that you're asking for, but hey, I'm claiming it as self-fulfillment. Because a lot of us have been walking around feeling like our cups are half empty. Feeling like we haven't received that thing. We don't have the feels. It don't feel the way that I thought it was going to feel. It's not quite what I thought it was going to be. But as you allow yourself to release this old mindset and let that stuff come to a conclusion, there is fulfillment there. Stop self-sabotaging. And I'm speaking to me first because I'm good at it. But I released that. I released that part of me that is so eager to doom everything when I know that I manifested all of this. I know that I manifested all of this. And when somebody talks to me about what is not possible or whatever, that's when Sapphire comes out of me, and I'm like, no, call those things that be not as though they were. I tell the story of how I manifested my house. I tell the story of how I manifested the love of my life. Now, will I also have moments where I'm like, no, this is not it. This is not it. No. Yes. But those two are all a part of life. That is a part of life. That is a part of this human experience. To feel those things is a part of human experience, but you have to have that inner boss talk to you. Let that inner boss talk to you. Listen to your affirmations. Declare that you are more. You are the lender and not the borrower. Declare that you are the head and not the tail. Declare what it is that you want to see. Say it until it has no choice but to manifest. Come on, there is fulfillment there. And there's this sense of belonging. So maybe in this time where we have been quarantined or we've been sitting still, we have realized that there is a community that is there for us. There are people that are there for us. There are people that allows us to be ourselves, and we can be as weird and as quirky and as whatever it is as we desire to be, and it's okay. I know in my book club, and if you want to be a part of the book club, please DM me at Only One Sapphire. We are taking members who are very serious about healing. That's what we do. So, but in my book club, I just had this desire to read. And so I figured, hey, they always say that we don't, we'll get together and call everybody to go out, but we won't get together and, build businesses or all of these things. So I was guided to put it to the test, and I ended up with this amazing bunch of women who makes me feel as if I belong, who makes me feel as if there's community there. We're all on the same page. We're all building something stable. We're all building up our businesses. We're all building up our brands. We're building up ourselves, and we're healing ourselves, which is amazing because women are the first teachers. We're the ones who teach our kids, and our kids go out to be productive citizens of the world who also teach other people. And so that is where it starts, this community of belonging, finding the space where you belong, finding where you fit in. And so I say to you, when it's so easy to fall into this mindset of sabotage, when it's so easy to forget about your self-worth, when it's so easy to put yourself on the back burner and sit in complacency or sit in a sadness or continue this song that's over and over in your head of how you can't be, you won't be, you haven't been, I suggest you take a look back, because if you're still here, you have made it through some hard shit. You have made it through some tough times. And if you've made it to this far, then you have some more to go. So don't allow yourself to sit in this mindset. Don't allow yourself to get soaked in by the self-sabotage. Don't allow yourself to say this negative commentary in your head more and more and more. If you know that you need to leave, then you should leave. If you know this is not where you should be, then you should not be there. But if you are waiting for your steps to be guided in the right time, in the right place, in the right opportunity, then I suggest that you, right where you are, you allow yourself to heal, and you start to speak those empowering thoughts, those empowering words. You start to do mirror work. You start to take healing baths. You start to rid yourself of this energy that makes you sit there and feel as if you're not worthy enough, because you are. And the moment that we accept that is the moment we live a totally different life. So I don't want to draw this out longer than it has to be, but I thank you for listening. I'm Sapphire Speaks.